Hi guys, welcome back. Nice to see you here. Today we're going to go from 1800 to 1900 in the army camp. We are starting off with Druid ruins, very similar to Druid halls, except you've got the open door here and a smaller area to work in at the end, but that's okay. Druid halls or Druid ruins aren't ones that particularly worry me. You do need to worry about the Sons of Rifts, though. The one that spits, he'll one-shot you very soon, at a maybe slightly higher level, but he'll get you very quickly without even realising it. The rest of them are all pretty standard. The giant, obviously, you need to watch out for. Well, I guess in a way, this guy, him and I are not friends. The archer at this stage again isn't a problem, but they start to get quite painful later on. Although, to be fair, I haven't actually tried the high levels since Avery and I finished the army camp when it hadn't been tweaked. Pretty much literally the week or so before it was tweaked, we completed it with blood, sweat and tears. And now they've made it a lot easier and extended the time in which you can do it, which is great. It's great. It's just, it was just really hard emotionally for us both to get it done. But we did, and all is good in the world. Well, actually, not all is good in the world, but all is good in the Frostborn world. So we are just kind of getting these guys out of the way. I do a bit of a mistake there. I trigger off the second guy, but again, this is, where illusionist just comes in clutch. You just kind of use your clones and I take them both, distract one while the other is just being attacked and waiting for you to come and finish him off. This is it was why I use illusionist. I just feel like I have so much control over situations. But at this level, most classes would be just fine. I used illusionist with Avery right the way through. In fact, I think she did too for the most part. A few times she used fire mage depending on the map, but for the most part we both used fire mage. For the most part we both used illusionist. Just so we could reset if things got out of hand, which they often did, because it's very hard. It's very hard to do this at a higher level with someone that you really haven't played much with before, because you don't know their play style. Her and I did get into a really beautiful rhythm, but it can be quite hard to coordinate. If we voice chatted, so that made it a lot easier. But the guy I'm doing duo with now, we're not voice chatting, and it's a lot more chaotic. We're both kind of trying to communicate without wasting time typing, or we're just typing and it's a shit show, if I'm honest. But hey, it's part of the fun of it. We're having fun. Who cares? I'm not worried about dying and losing gear, because that's just part of it. So, I never take enough with me that I'd really cry over. I don't take dragon armor or anything. I ain't crazy. Well, actually, yes, I am. And I would take dragon armor, I have done, and I have lost it. But, yeah, no. I don't generally take it. See, now this is what I mean, the smaller area. With Druid halls, you've got an actual room to deal with the boss. At this stage, it doesn't matter, but when it is high level, it's a lot more constrictive having just this small area to work with him. But here, it's like, okay, we'll just kill you then, shall we? And he's done, just like that. So that's the next one down. And also, too, now you get like twice the points you were getting when Avery and I did it. I mean, that was huge increase just then. We only got like 13, 14, 15 per map, but that's all right. I mean, no hard feelings. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ash Abode. This one isn't so bad. I quite like this one. the plagueies, with my phone being kind of temperamental at the moment, they're a bit of a tricky one. See, that one hit me. If it was a high level, it would have killed me instantly. It's just, I don't know, my phone screen seems to be unresponsive at certain parts, so I have to flip it around, and I don't know. It's a good phone, so I don't want to have to replace it just yet, but I will if it means that I don't get hit by plagueies or skills, because it is getting quite problematic. Here's me trying to act like the fire is in the same pattern as the forge. It's not. It ain't. So your girl got burnt, but oh well. Never mind. So just working our way through these guys. The plaguey and these guys are easy enough to kill because you can actually keep hitting them when they skill, which makes it really easy to kill them. The Ash Abode is a long map, and it's one that I wasn't particularly familiar with because Avery and I didn't get it very often. We got Abandoned Forge far more than we got this one. And to be fair, if one of us got this and one of us got something else that wasn't Ice Lair, then we would always choose the other one, except Ice Lair. Ice Lair was never our first choice. And it still wouldn't be, to be honest. I have done it duo with my partner just recently, and it seemed fine enough, but yeah, no, it's not my favourite map. Not a fan of the ice maps. This one is really easy. I'm trying to figure out which way to go because I can't remember. This way. Pretty sure of it. Yep. So we're just kind of dealing with these plagueies. I managed to get away from that one. And this guy, not so much, but doesn't matter. She'll be right. Sharpshooter, you can't escape them. There's nothing you can do to escape them, so you just need to stand there and take it like a champion. These guys are harmless enough. I'm getting pretty close to the boss. Well, there is quite a bit to get to him still. This is one of the reasons Avery and I avoided Ash Abode if we could, just because the map is so long, and again at this level it doesn't really matter, but when you're dealing with much higher health monsters and it takes a heck of a lot longer, you really don't have the time to be dealing with long maps and killing monsters you don't need to kill and all of that jazz, so you really want to make it as quick as possible. Probably could have avoided killing him, but I wasn't sure, so I got him out of the way. I'm going to be doing clan task videos this week, so I won't manage to finish army camp until after clan tasks because they take priority. I will be away for 2 days, so I'll try and have someone else record those 2 days of clan tasks if we can. Otherwise, we'll just skip those ones out and come back to them the following time. But it would be good to, document how we do our clan tasks. We're certainly not top of our server most times, but we are certainly in the top 2 or 3, which is great. We do have a strong team. We used to have a very, very strong team when it was all the same players that would have the same goals and ambitions, and unfortunately quite a few of them have moved on, moved on by quitting. I mean, not moved on to other clans, but they've moved on and quit, which is a real shame. I know so many players quit over the last little while, and I get it. It did get really stagnant, the game, but it's time for them to come back now. Most of them actually left for school reasons, to be fair. And while that's great and lovely, I feel like Frostborn is definitely far more important than their education, and they aren't prioritising their life very well. life skills from Pixie. Stop your studying, play games. Joking, like actual joking. But we're just working our way through here anyway. I mean, yeah, I couldn't stop playing even if I wanted to at this point. I just love this game so much. Right now we're at the boss, so I'm going to slow it down to regular speed so you can see it's the Whisperer. You just need to be careful of the damage reflect, but it's not a problem at this level. But you do need to avoid it. See, she threw it up. But just keep running around until it goes away and then kill them. Easy peasy. So that is the Ash Abode done now. And we're getting close to the next level. Old Archive used to be one of my other disliked ones, but I actually don't find it so bad anymore. I think just I got traumatized by an early on experience where I didn't know how to master the skills or use enough traps or any of that stuff. So felt kind of scared doing it, but it's certainly better than ice maps. The ice maps can just fuck off. Just working our way through. Now, every instinct in my body tells me to go right at the top here, but I know to go left. I know to go down, not up. But it just makes me feel like I want to see. Look at that. Sheesh, man. That one little skill, that one little hit just about killed me. And this is where I'm like, up, down. I know it's this way though, so once I took a minute to remember. Still using Illusionist the whole way through. I love Illusionist. It's so freaking underrated. Seems really weak to begin with, won't lie. Like, just kind of hitting them seems weak, but once you use your skills, it's like, aha, I see where the magic is. And it really does save my life so many times. Especially, there's a moment coming up soon, I think, where you'll see, I trigger off like 800 million of them because I just freaked out after triggering one of them. It was like a snowball effect. You'll see in a minute. And I'm just like, yikes, let's just run and reset this because I'm out. I'm pretty sure it's just coming up here. But at the moment we're doing okay with trapping and maintaining control of the situation. Traps is certainly essential. My clones there came in clutch too because there was two of them. I've got the sharpshooter. Was he a sharpshooter? I don't know. He was Jorgen's advisor, but is he an archer? Can't remember. And see that burn hurts, and see I'm getting my health down quite low, and I'm freaking out. And trigger another guy. Trigger a couple more. Why not? And so then I just use my illusionist clones, heal up, calm my head down because that was such an overreaction. I do that a lot. I freak out. I just get myself into a little state. But there we go. Back in control of the situation. Nothing to worry about. I'll slow it down to normal speed so you can see the boss being done in real time. This guy, yet again, he seems to be in so many places, but he's genuinely so easy enough to deal with. His stun rune, that's over by the time you kind of guide him back around anyway. So he's not hard to kill. See, that'll be gone by the time we get back round to that side of the room. That's very short-lived. I don't have my clones, otherwise I'll just use my clones to just keep them in one place. This guy doesn't respond to traps or bowlers, so there's no point. And he's also not very good with his stun rune. Bit of a image, really, aren't you? How dire. So that's the old archive done. And I think we're one off 1900 still, so I'll finish this one up and get the last one out of the way, and that will be us on 1900, I believe. Ice Cave. Fabulous. I love those ice ones. Love them so freaking much. And by love, I mean I really hate them. I don't know why the ice ones scare me. Well, they don't scare me, but they just bother me so much. I find them really... I just find them annoying. Like, you're constantly dodging skills. Not just every... You know, I mean, look, this guy's just constantly skilling. It's like, calm down, bro. Calm down. There's no need. You don't need to be skilling every 2 seconds. Just chill out and just... Let's just do this like friends, you know? But anyway, I think that's why I hate it so much, because they do skills so much, and their skills get really, really, really painful and one-shotty, slightly higher level. It is nice that they can be reset, but it's also a bit of a pain in the butt when you kind of drag one over and then he goes back. Oh, see? Look at this sneaky guy. You don't need to be doing that. You don't need to be sneaking your little shooty things at me. So we'll see how this one goes. I mean, I don't have high hopes in the ice ones. I always feel like this is going to be my undoing, but I'll give it a go until I get it right. I know it's just practice, like any of them. But the ice cave ones are most certainly my least favourites. Yeah, I took a hit there. It wasn't too bad yet, but you know, again, like I say, at these higher levels, it will hurt. It will kill me. But oh yeah, see, I've got a giant. I just went and hid them like a little scaredy cat because I had too many of them on me. They also have those raiders where they just kind of pop up out of nowhere. They're not very strong though, so it's no real biggie, but it's just like, just stop being so deceitful, man. Just be you. These giants bother me too, because their ice paths, they hurt a lot, and they'll get you good. So it's best to clear around here first, so you can just guide them and just, yeah, have that control. The good thing about these maps is they aren't too long, although I believe this one, the ice cave, is a lot longer than the ice lair. But we'll have a look in a minute. This guy I don't worry about too much, because his skill doesn't give you a path, it just gives you an area, and it's like, well, I can avoid that easily, so I don't worry about him too much. Oh yeah, see, this one is quite a long map actually. Maybe this one is the longer one. Regardless, I mean, you've got to kill them no matter what, so might as well just get it done. And there's ice raiders coming out of nowhere. They certainly don't help the situation. Ice hermit, we're going to guide him around. I've placed a few traps, but I got a bit far away, so he started to reset himself, which we don't want, because they also regenerate their health, these guys. The smaller mobs don't, but the giants do. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's excellent. I was hoping placing a trap would help with the ice fighter, but it didn't. He didn't even recognize it, so whatever. I was about to say I won't bother trying that again, but I will. Knowing me, I'll try it again anyway. So many ice raiders, they're very inconvenient. So I'm just trying to trigger all these 3 at once. So just trying to pluck out one at a time. Gosh, they skill so much. It's like, really calm down. Ice Chief, he's the one that doesn't have the long skill, so he's fine. Just get rid of him. Now we've got 2 more. Can't guide them. They're so sneaky, man. You can't guide them away too much, because then they just walk away. So you're trying to guide them to your traps, and they just reset. And it's like, come on, mate. Like this, I'm trying to pull him away so I can trap him, and he's just like, no, I'm just going to go back to my room then. Heck. Never mind, nearly at the end. Just readjusting a few things in my bag. This guy, oh yeah, be careful, Heather. This is the guy with the long range, and he will hurt you. He's not kind, he's not forgiving. And he will reset like this and regenerate his health. So I'm using my clones to try and keep him in one place so I can just have him killed. There we go. That took a bit longer than I would have liked. Still there's 2 behind here. Always 2 behind that door. Any door by the boss, really. And now, in theory, it should be time for the caretaker. Just shuffling around my my weapons and my potions and my bandages. Put it down to real time again, just so you can see. His little guys that he spawns are very weak at this stage, so they don't really matter. And the caretaker's so slow. And he doesn't really skill, he just uses the skills of his little minions, but they're just little guys. We don't care about them. Although they actually, surprisingly, over time, they do start to hurt. So you do need to watch out if he does spawn too many. It will hurt, and it'll get you down. Anyway, so this in theory should be enough for my 1900. So I will do my next level very soon, duo, and I will be also doing my clan task videos. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.